to EmpowerFuse with your host, Dr. Carolyn M. Rubin. EmpowerFuse is a show of empowering messages with a focus on encouraging self-confidence, resilience, and a positive mindset. Certified life coach and 6-phase meditation trainer, Dr. Carolyn Rubin, will unleash inspiration together while igniting motivation and creativity. Dr. Rubin will discuss many topics such as healthcare, leadership, life, growth, and will add in some laughter too. So please welcome the host of EmpowerFuse, Dr. Carolyn Rubin.
Good morning, everyone. It is great to see you. What if the moment you feel like giving up, it's actually the moment you're closest to your breakthrough? If you're watching or listening to this message, I believe it's for a reason. Maybe you're walking through a tough season right now. Maybe you're facing a decision that feels overwhelming. Or maybe you've achieved a lot on the outside, but feel disconnected on the inside. Wherever you are, I want you to know this. There's nothing you can't rise from when you decide not to give up. If you believe that's possible for you, say yes out loud right now and type it in the chat. I see you. I am you. I've lived that tension. Welcome to EmpowerFuse, unleashing inspiration together. It's not just a show. It's a soul conversation. It's where we come together to ignite the strength within us and turn that strength into lasting, legacy-shaping impact. I'm Carolyn Rubin, and I am deeply honored to be with you today. This time is yours. Let it be your reset, your reminder, your revalidation. Today's episode is one that lives close to my heart. Refuse to give up the power to rise again. We're going to talk about what it means to keep standing when life tries to knock you down. To keep hoping when the world gives you reason not to. And to keep rising, not because everything is easy or perfect, but because something inside you knows that you were made for more. And I'll tell you now, what we're going to explore today isn't just theory. It's lived truth. It's about being unshakable. It's about learning to stand again, even when your knees are weak. This is a no mask zone. No filters, no fluff, just truth, transparency, and transformation. So whether you're driving in your car, walking through the neighborhood, sitting at your desk, or just trying to catch your breath in between life's demands, know this. You belong here. And more than that, you were born with the power to overcome. Before we dive in, I want you to take a deep breath. Just breathe in and breathe out. Think about the last time that life knocked you down. What helped you get back up? Who helped you get back up? And I want you to hold that thought. It will come back to serve you later in the episode. I'm going to take you back to a time in my life that tested me deeply. I was in a senior leadership position. I was in healthcare. I was juggling responsibilities, mentoring teams, managing crises, and I experienced a deeply personal loss. It shook me up. And yet the world didn't stop. Patients still needed care. Leaders still looked to me for direction. And I remember thinking, how do I keep going when my heart is breaking? But here's what I discovered in that moment. Resilience isn't about never breaking. It's about refusing to stay broken. I got up. I led through the tears. That experience taught me more than any leadership seminar ever could. It made me compassionate in places I was once quick. It gave me empathy I didn't know I needed. Life has such a way of grounding us, bringing us back to reality, causing us to step back and think again. I've always been one to just go and keep busy. You don't realize how fast time flies until something shakes you up. You are allowed grace. You are allowed a life. Figuring out how to create a balance requires the resilience and compassion you've come to create. That season of grief didn't ask for permission. It barged in, uninvited, and disrupted everything I thought I had under control. What I realized is this: life will test the very foundation you're standing on. It will reveal the cracks, but also show you where the roots run deep. I learned to lead not just from my head, but from my heart. And that's where transformation truly begins. In those silent moments between breaths, when you're standing in front of a team and somehow holding space for others while your own soul is healing. That's leadership. That's resilience. That's grace under fire. Sometimes we grow in spite of pain, but because of it, and sometimes the very thing that feels like it's going to break, you become the seeds of your greatest strength. I remember one afternoon during that season, I stepped out of a meeting, closed my office door, and simply sat in silence. My phone buzzed. Emails kept coming in. But for 5 minutes, I just breathed. And in that stillness, I realized I wasn't failing. I was healing while leading. And that is a quiet kind of courage that no one teaches you in leadership training. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
What if there were a super tiny device that could diagnose the brain and is smaller than a single human hair? What if you could see inside the brain to help an epilepsy patient during surgery or to help the fight against Parkinson's disease? Dr. Patricia Broderick is proud to announce the Broderick Probe, a biomedical and electronic breakthrough. Imagine a probe to help with the understanding and potential cure of brain-related diseases. To learn more, listen live to the Easy Sense radio show with host Dr. Broderick. And to help support the Broderick Foundation, please go to EasySense.com and learn how, with your help, we can fight these horrific brain disorders. That's EasySense.com to learn more and help support the Broderick Foundation. Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them, rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies, find settings that allow them to be the most productive, and track their progress towards accomplishing goals.
Welcome back to EmpowerFuse. Let's talk about the internal voices that show up when life gets hard. The ones that whisper, "I'm not strong enough. Someone else could do this better. I should be further along. I can't start over." Sound familiar? Those voices aren't the truth. They're fear in disguise. And fear thrives in isolation. But fear can't stand in the presence of faith, truth, and community. You are not behind. You are not too broken. You are not disqualified. You are exactly where you need to be, becoming exactly who you're meant to be. We all have that inner critic. Let's call it out. That voice that says, "Who do you think you are?" Or, "You're too late, too tired, too flawed." And if you're not careful, those lies sound a lot like truth, especially when they echo our fears and insecurities. But here's the breakthrough. Your fear is not a prophecy. It's just a reaction. You can interrupt it. You can say, "I hear you, but I choose faith." You can choose to replace the lies with life-affirming truth. So let me affirm you right now. You are strong enough. You are worthy of the dream. You can begin again. You have what it takes. Say that with me. I have what it takes. And every time you choose truth over fear, you reclaim your power. Think about a lie you've believed about yourself far too long. Now, imagine writing it down and tearing it up, because it does not define you anymore. Your why is the heartbeat of your mission. When the pressure rises, when you're exhausted, when your why grounds you. Why do you lead? Why do you care so deeply? Why are you still here, still fighting, still rising? My why always been people, transformation, legacy, empowerment. It's in the eyes of a patient who feels seen. It's the breakthrough moment when a mentee discovers her voice. In the quiet peace that comes from knowing I'm walking in purpose. So revisit your why and let it light your fire again. If your why just came to mind, then whisper it to yourself right now. Your why isn't a motivational phrase. It's a soul compass. It's what keeps you going when the applause fades, the path gets muddy, or the doors seem to close. It's not what you do to give your life meaning. It's why you do it. When I feel worn out or unsure, I ask myself, who is waiting on the other side of my perseverance? Because your purpose isn't just about you. It's about the lives you touch, the legacy you leave, and the people you empower through your very presence. And if your why feels blurry right now, that's okay. Get quiet. Get honest. You'll find it again. Not in perfection, but in the sacred, ordinary moments that remind you what truly matters. Years ago, I mentored a young woman in her first leadership role. She was full of doubt, convinced she wasn't ready. But I saw her potential, and I poured into her. Years later, she called me to say, Carolyn, I'm leading a team now. And I'm mentoring someone the way you mentored me. That's the power of a why. It multiplies far beyond what we can see in the moment. So who is your why? Write down one name, just one person who reminds you that your presence matters. Keep that name somewhere. We've uncovered your why, and that's the fuel that will carry you through the toughest days. I want to give you a few practical tools to help keep you going when giving up feels easier. So I want you to grab a pen or your phone, because you're going to want to remember these. Gratitude and progress journal. 1 line a day. Just one. Track the little wins. Body movement. Move your body. Walk. Stretch. Breathe. Let your body shift your state. And speak with the truth teller. Talk to someone who reminds you of your strength. And affirm yourself. Say it. I am rising. I am resilient. I am ready. And permit yourself to pause. You don't have to do everything today. Rest is holy. Stillness is strength. Which one is your favorite? I want you to hold that in your mind. because that's your action for a week. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I'm going to expand more on these with a little bit more intention.
Did you know that your beliefs create your entire reality, but it's the subconscious beliefs that do most of the creating? Belief shifter and life coach Shiraz can help you identify those limiting beliefs and eliminate them, often in a single session.
Like, it was almost instant. Like, I had relief right away.
Creating better health, relationships, careers, and finances. Let Shiraz help you step out of safety and into awareness.
Definitely something's happening. It's like a flow inside. You know, it feels good.
Whether in person or online, Shiraz provides personal coaching, belief shifting. Visit Shiraz at energeticmagic.com or call 416-529-7429. Energetic Magic. Find your greater happiness. Be well. Be aware. Be magical.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of The Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on The Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Welcome back, everyone. So good to be back with you on these Saturday mornings. So we were talking about the why, and then we went through just some tools to keep you going when you want to quit. I want to expand on those tools because small tools can create massive momentum. Let's talk a minute more about the Gratitude in Progress Journal. When you write down one thing you're proud of each day, it will help keep you grounded to know that what you're doing is important, that you're touching lives. And it's not just what you did, but how you showed up. This builds evidence of your strength. In body movement, emotion lives in the body. So shake it out. Whether you want to just kind of shake your body around a little bit or you want to dance, sometimes it's a cry, sometimes you just need to breathe. But movement resets the nervous system and releases what your heart can't always articulate. So put on a song and get to your feet and speak with a truth teller. Don't isolate. Reach out to a friend or a mentor who speaks life into your soul. Let them remind you of who you were before the world told you to shrink. And affirm yourself, because words shape your reality. So every day, I want you to look in the mirror and affirm yourself. Say, I am more than this moment. Or, my comeback is stronger than my setback. Maybe it's just I'm not done yet. So 3 different ones. I am more than this moment. My comeback is stronger than my setback. And I am not done yet. So look in the mirror every day. You're going to say one of those 3 and affirm yourself. And permit yourself to pause. Rest isn't weakness. Rest is where resilience regenerates. Take a walk without your phone. Breathe in silence. Choose restoration over burnout. These tools don't just help you survive. They help you rise. So, which of these 5 tools speak to you right now? Write it down, star it, and commit to it for the next 7 days. Watch what happens. You'll be amazed. You now have 5 tools in your resilience toolkit. So pick one and make that your focus for this week. And remember, legacy isn't later. Legacy is now. It's how you show up in the small things, how you speak to yourself, how you advocate for others, how you lead with heart. Every time you choose alignment over purpose, compassion over control, integrity over image, you're building legacy. Let your legacy be a reflection of your resilience. Let it be loud in your love, clear in your courage, and anchored in your truth. Every interaction you have is a ripple in someone else's life. That smile to a stranger. That tough but loving conversation with a teammate. That courageous decision to lead with vulnerability instead of control. Your legacy is not waiting at the finish line. It's being written in how you carry yourself today. And if that's true for you, I want you to nod your head right now, even if no one else is around. Give yourself a thumbs up, even if no one's watching. And the beautiful truth, you don't need to be perfect to leave a legacy. You just need to be present. Present in your choices, present in your values, present in the way you love, lead, and live. I once received a note from a colleague I hadn't spoken to in years. It simply said, "I still remember how you stood up for me in that meeting. It changed the way I see myself." That was years earlier. I had forgotten the moment, but they had carried it ever since. That's legacy in real time. So ask yourself, what is one small action I can take today that leaves someone better than I found them? Do it before the day's end. Write down the question. And remember, your why is the heartbeat of your mission. So why do you lead? Why do you carry it so deeply? And why are you still here fighting still rising. All of that goes into your legacy, who you are today, what you are building for the future. Write down what is your why and revisit it over and over again, and let it light your fire every single day. It isn't a motivational phrase, it's a soul compass. And if it's blurry right now, remember, it'll come back. Just get quiet, get honest. You'll find it again. And you use that to help build your legacy. You will use that for each and every day of your life, because the impact you make will impact those around you. So again, ask yourself, what is one small action I can take today that leaves someone better than I found them? Write it down and read it every single day. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them, rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies, find settings that allow them to be the most productive, and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. Did you know that your beliefs create your entire reality? But it's the subconscious beliefs that do most of the creating. Belief shifter and life coach Shiraz can help you identify those limiting beliefs and eliminate them, often in a single session.
Like, it was almost instant. Like, I had relief right away.
Creating better health, relationships, careers, and finances. Let Shiraz help you step out of safety and into awareness.
Definitely something's happening. It's like a flow inside. Yeah, it feels good.
Whether in person or online, Shiraz provides personal coaching, belief shifting. Visit Shiraz at energeticmagic.com or call 416-529-7429. Energetic Magic. Find your greater happiness. Be well. Be aware. Be magical.
Welcome back, everyone. So I want to talk just a little bit as we finish up this episode on how life has a way of bringing us messages exactly when we need them most. This moment, right here, right now, might be your reminder that you're not at the end of your story. Maybe you've been strong for so long that it's exhausting. Or maybe you've forgotten just how much strength still lives inside you. But I want you to remember this. Strength doesn't always look like power moves. Sometimes it's simply refusing to let go of hope. Today, we're not here to wear masks or pretend we're okay. We're here to remember the truth of who we are, capable, courageous, and called. You are the proof that perseverance is powerful. You are the evidence that strength doesn't never mean falling. It means always rising. So let this be your call to courage. Refuse to let fear dictate your next step. Refuse to shrink your light to make others comfortable. And refuse to give up on the dream that still burns inside you. You've made it through hard things before, and you will again. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to refuse to give up. So here's what I want you to do. Reconnect with your why. If it's a little blurry, it's okay. You'll figure it out. But reconnect with your why. Share your story, because it will liberate others. We can help others in the smallest of ways when we share our stories. You never know what someone's going through and how your inspiration can be just what they need. Show up as you are. Strong, soft, growing. Don't be anyone else. Build your legacy. Continue to build your legacy by showing up as who you are. And if this episode spoke to you, please pass it forward. Tag a sister, a teammate, or a soul in the storm. Let them know they're not alone. You're not walking this road alone. We rise together. And if this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Be a spark and send it forward. Let's start a ripple of resilience that reaches further than we can ever imagine. And if you have a story of a time you refused to give up, please share it with me. Tag me or send me a message, because I want to celebrate your comeback. Until next time, we keep rising, keep shining, keep fusing your strength into lasting legacy impact. This is EmpowerFuse, and I'm Carolyn Rubin. So keep rising, keep loving, keep leading. And before you go, I want you to whisper these words to yourself, or say them out loud if you can, because your voice matters. I am still here. I am still rising. My story is not over. Please subscribe to EmpowerFuse on YouTube. Send me a note in chat or Teams, or contact me. I would love to have more conversations with you. Until next Saturday, stay blessed and enjoy your family, your friends, your loved ones. Have a fabulous weekend. And remember your why. And remember, you are building your legacy every single day. So don't ever give up, because you can take it all the way. Thank you for joining me today on EmpowerFuse.
This has been EmpowerFuse with your host, Dr. Carolyn M. Rubin. Join us each week as Carolyn brings individuals together to share ideas, to collectively support each other, and to spark inspiration. Saturdays, 11 a.m. Eastern.